welcome back to my channel, Diamonds and Washi. My name is Katie, and if you are new, welcome, and if you are back, welcome back. I'm so glad that you're here today, where I have a sneak peek unboxing to share with you from Diamond Art Club. Thanks to Diamond Art Club for sending this over. This is one of their new releases this weekend, and the kit that I have to share with you today is called Ainefel by Margaret Morales, and look at these gorgeous colors. I am absolutely in love with all these Margaret Morales kits that are releasing lately. I have done some sneak peek unboxings these past few weeks from this artist, and this has to be one of my favorites so far. So this one's going to have square shaped diamonds, 22 by 28 inches or 55.8 by 70.7 centimeters. Now this kit, along with the other new releases, are going to be coming out, like I said, tomorrow, which is Saturday, May 11th. The release time is going to be 9:30 a.m. Pacific, 12:30 p.m. Eastern. If you happen to be in the Diamond or Ruby tier of their rewards program, you do get half an hour early access window. So be sure to set your alarms. You should get an email or a text, and can also just check the new arrival section if you're logged into your account on the Diamond Art Club website during that early access window. Let me take you on a quick tour of the features of the box and the packaging in case you're new. So the blue branding you see here is what Diamond Art Club uses with their square drill diamond painting kits. Then on the back there is some information about how to diamond paint, which I have a beginner video you'll find linked below as well. Here's your kit contents written out for you, and then this is a QR code you can scan for 10% off your purchase. You're going to see some different coupon codes and discount codes in this video, and there's several out there. I also want to mention that if you happen to be brand new to Diamond Art Club and are thinking of making your very first purchase, I do have a 20% off discount code that you're welcome to use. That is just my name, Katie, K-A-T-I-E. I know how to spell my own name. And the number 20. Like I said, that's just for your first purchase from Diamond Art Club, and it is an affiliate code, so I may make a small commission, and there's no pressure whatsoever to use it. Of course, thank you so much if you do. I just say, even if you don't use that one, use some sort of discount code, because there are many out there, and at this point it feels like Diamond Art Club maybe doesn't want us to pay full price for our diamond paintings. So let me share with you what's included in their toolkits. Here's the kit contents, by the way, and the toolkit on the back. I do think Diamond Art Club's toolkits are pretty nice and comprehensive, and have really, honestly, everything you need to do your diamond painting. I have sometimes challenged myself to complete a diamond painting using just the toolkit that comes with the kit. You're going to get a basic pen and squishy. The color on these will vary, and you also get a couple of thin plastic multi-placers that you can pop in the end of your pen if you want to try your hand at placing more than one diamond at a time. We also have some wax here in this little caddy. There are 2 plates of pink heart wax, and you just want to make sure you peel back that plastic film there before you try to load up your pen. You're also going to get a tray, and this bit here on the end is a tray stopper that you can pop in there to help stop the diamonds from sliding out while you're diamond painting. And we have a pair of tweezers as well. The end is pretty pointy and sharp, so you might want to keep that cover on when you're not using those. And then we also have a bag of baggies. You can store your leftover diamonds in these if you like, or kit up into them, I suppose. So also included will be a roll of washi tape, and the exact print on this will vary. If you're curious about how and why you would use washi tape with a diamond painting, I will have a video linked specifically about that where I demo and explain that, also in the description box below this video if you're interested to take a look. Last but not least, you'll get a cover minder. This is a cute pink dolphin one. The style on this will vary. There's a lot of different ones out there, and there are magnets on the back, and you can use this to hold back the plastic cover while you're diamond painting. So that is your complete toolkit. Like I said, it's pretty nice for the ones that are on the market out there, I think. Also included is going to be this smaller sticker. I actually really like to use this in my paper logbook once I start working on a kit. I like that it has the artwork and the title and some of the stats. Some people will use this on the side of the box to help organize their stash a little bit better, or I'm sure you could find something else, crafty to do with it. You'll find everything else included in here in this branded plastic bag or dust cover, including the canvas and the diamonds and some other goodies I'll show you. This bag, this is a slightly smaller bag than I feel like I've gotten recently. It was that way on my last kit last week as well. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Okay, so this is the bottom of the canvas. Let's unroll it. Oh my gosh. Okay, so you heard me say earlier maybe that this artwork I think may be my favorite of some of the Margaret Morales that have released recently. And I think that the colors have a lot to do with it. It looks like this is going to have so many pretty pastels. And you know what? Let me roll this backwards to help it lay a bit more flat. And then we could take an easier look at it, or look at it more easily, I should say. All right, there we go. Okay. So my gosh, I would not panic, by the way. Like what I was my eye was drawn to was like, oh no, is there going to be some stark shading on her face? I have a feeling, I'm pretty confident that it's just the symbol color, like the background color of that symbol is light, like it's a light kind of peachy beige. And so I don't think that's actually going to appear that dark. I think it's just kind of the way that it looks with the symbols printed on the canvas. I think the same with kind of like her torso. Yeah, I'm not going to panic. But I noticed it. I just wanted to say, if you notice it, I do too. But I think that actual drill color is going to be different than the symbol you're seeing. But yes, so this subject matter, it's so whimsical, and it just feels so light. Like it feels like really light and floaty. And there's just something about this that just feels like pure magic. I was reading up on Margaret Morales' note about this artwork, and she called this character, this Ainefel, or Ainefel, a fairy princess, which I think is so apt. And I'm curious, I wonder if we'll have maybe some special drills in her crown. But there's a look at just that canvas, just kind of an initial look. Man, that glare is worse than usual today. My apologies, you guys. We do have our diamonds, which we will take a closer look at in a little bit. We're going to start with the other parts of the kit first, including here we have a pamphlet that has some helpful info in it, including here's your kit contents again. Here's a beginner video that Diamond Art Club has done, and then info about their VIP Facebook group, which, by the way, you can join that once you've made your first purchase. Make sure that your name on Facebook matches your name on the Diamond Art Club, like on your account. Otherwise, they have a hard time matching you up to add you. I think you can contact customer support if they don't, match for some reason. That's a handy resource. Then we have our step-by-step instructions written out, as well as some tips and tricks. Yeah, another discount code. And here are some QR codes for the mobile app, and you also get 20% off your first purchase through the app. I encourage you to be strategic about using your discount codes for sure. Here is a larger sticker sheet. Here again is the title and the artist's name, as well as a spot to write your start and end date. And there's a look at that original artwork. Isn't she just so cute and just very, it's very dreamy. And this is the kinds of words that I use to describe Margaret Morales' artwork every time. Just very whimsical, like very just soft. And it's the colors for me, I think, is why one of the main reasons this artwork really is calling my name. Here are some stats down here at the bottom, along with the size and the drill shape. And then over here we have a set of pre-cut sticker labels for our colors. It looks like we're gonna have 57 colors in total in this kit. Like I said, these are pre-cut for you, so if you're gonna put your diamonds into storage containers or baggies, you can peel off these labels and put those on there, and that process will just go really quickly. Now, over here in the right-hand column, the color code, this actually is the DMC color code system. It comes from the DMC brand of floss, like in cross stitch, and most diamond painting companies do use this system. Diamond Art Club has a couple of exceptions I want to point out to you, though. First, anything under the number 150 here is going to be a special drill type called an AB. We're going to have 3 AB colors in this kit, and I'll explain more about those when we're looking at the diamonds in a little bit. Then if you look at the end of the color list, there's a couple things to point out here. So first, you may see some color codes that have a letter at the beginning, and in this case we have 3 colors with the letter Z in the front, and those are going to be 3 different fairy dust colors and different kind of special drill. And the other thing I want to point out is that occasionally you will see colors that are in the 6,000s range. This is actually not a color that exists in the DMC color code system. This is exclusive to Diamond Art Club, and it's a color that they've created to fill a gap in the DMC color code system, because Diamond Art Club makes all their colors in-house. That means they can make their colors in-house, and so they're creating colors as needed to help, like I said, fill those gaps in the DMC and what is offered there, and that just helps them really match the original artwork that much more closely. And I've been seeing it in a lot of kits recently, and I'm happy to see them doing that. Let me take you on a tour of the canvas and its features. So their branding at the top here says, "Do What Makes You Sparkle, Diamond Art Club." The edges of the canvas are poked and scalloped, so you shouldn't have to worry about any fraying. And the back is really soft and plush. I like the material on Diamond Art Club's canvases. I feel like it lays flat nicely and holds drills well. It's both kind of malleable and sturdy, just like a magic combination of the two. And then this clear plastic cover that they have actually has a relatively new feature that is these perforations. So you have these perforated sections built into the plastic cover. The full sizes, which, these at the end here will be a little bit smaller, but like the full size ones are about 4 by 4 inches or 10 by 10 centimeters. And so you can choose to use those if you like, though you don't have to. If you do want to use them and you go to split a section, you can just kind of put fingers on either side of where the perforation is and just give it a tug, and it splits pretty easily. Diamond Art Club does also use a very sticky poured glue on their canvases that I have found holds drills well, and I haven't had issues with diamonds falling off my canvas. We have a legend, or color code list or schematic at the top left, as well as over here at the bottom right of the canvas. Then down at the bottom left, we have a thumbnail of the original artwork, the title, the size, and copyright. So I always point this out because what this means is that this artwork is legally licensed from the artist. Diamond Art Club has both gotten the permission of Margaret Morales and is compensating this artist for the use of this artwork as a diamond painting. This is the case with all of Diamond Art Club's artwork. They are, legally licensing their artwork. It's above board, and I'm all about supporting companies that are trying to do right by artists. Down here we have their socials. That's the best way to stay up to date with new releases and other special information or sales. And then we have another discount code. And at the bottom right, there's a bit of info about their lifetime warranty. I believe all the information in detail is on the website, but as long as you're the original owner and purchaser of your kit, you're covered under that lifetime warranty, which includes things like if you were to run out of a drill color, if you were to have trouble with the glue or the canvas, you can contact customer support and they'll take it from there. The printing on the canvas looks pretty clear as usual. I am seeing like some confetti, but there's kind of bits of what I would call kind of like linear color blocking. So like you'll be able to use a multi-placer, like this is all one color and this is all one color next to it. There's lines of this color next to it. But there's still a lot of color changes going on down here where it's like it's not huge blocks of the same color. Color blocking is where you have more of the same color in a small area. So you'll be able to, like I said, use a multi-placer if you like and have that color in your tray for longer. We definitely have some confetti on this kit like we have here in her bodice. Confetti is where you have more color changes in a small area. So you'll be changing out the color in your tray a bit more often and maybe doing more single placing. We do have in this background here. This is definitely a good example of color blocking. Yeah, there's definitely some confetti like in here. But so the nice thing about confetti though is that you tend to get more detail as well as sometimes some nicer color blending. So I do like to have a nice mix of both in my canvases though when possible, because confetti does keep it interesting, but color blocking like up here, that keeps it moving. So yeah, this one, as far as like confetti color blocking scale, I mean, it is a good mix of both. Down here, it looks like at first glance like it's heavy on the confetti, like in her dress, but there are lots of lines of colors, so you'll still be able to move through that at I think a decent pace, I think. Let me grab, there it is. My tape measure. I always like to go ahead and measure the canvas just to confirm we're true to size. I always do this. We're at almost 71 centimeters and we're listed as 70.7. And then I'm doing this the hard way. Let me just make my canvas easier to measure on. Then we're at about 56 centimeters left to right, and we're listed as 55.8. So yeah, definitely gonna safely call that true to size. Let's take a look at these colors, which here's all our diamonds. There is a sticker on here that tells you what kit these go with in case you store these separate from the canvas and outside the box they came in. Let's take a look. Oh, there's like one straggler pack in here. Okay. Here is a better look at that color spread. Like I said earlier, a lot of pastels, which is just right in my wheelhouse. Here's this one little not attached straggler pack of 341. And that happens sometimes. It's not typical, but you know, it happens sometimes. These are heat sealed bags that have the DMC code printed on them. Diamond Art Club actually also has, this was a little while back, they started adding this little dashed line underneath so that you know which way is right side up, because yes, there are some DMC codes that if you flip it upside down, it does make another DMC code that exists. So, ooh, look at, oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 of our first special drill color. So Z3865, let me zoom you in, get you a better look at these. This is a fairy dust color. And fairy dust diamonds, if you take a look, these have, let me flip it to this side. Let's see. The flat backs of the diamonds really want to be pressed up against the back. There you go. You can see down here. Okay, so there's like a light glitter coating kind of brushed on the tops of these diamonds. Gives them a really pretty shimmery effect. It's more subtle than ABs, which is a special drill, another special drill type that you'll see in just a little bit. Oh, there you go. You can see that. But fairy dust colors are actually my favorite type of special drill that Diamond Art Club has. I love the effect that they have. If I had to guess, I think this is probably going to be in the background because there is so much of it. That would be my guess. And maybe there's like kind of some magic motes kind of sprinkled, like some sparkles on her dress maybe. I bet that's where those would be. But after we're done looking at all the diamonds, we will absolutely take a look at the canvas together and go through, and I'll point out to you where the various special drill colors will be found, so you're not left wondering. Here's our next special drill color. There's actually 2 bags of this one. This is 106, and this is an AB color. Now, AB diamonds are named after the Northern Lights, Aurora Borealis, and have this really pretty iridescent coating on the top that is much, much bolder and more eye-catching than the fairy dust drills we were just looking at. These drills will, like I said, really catch your eye, and they'll highlight the areas they've been charted in, and they also have a little bit of a rainbowy effect on the top sometimes too. So this is kind of an ivory AB. These are square diamonds, and oh, actually hold that thought, because here's our next special drill color, Z369. This is another fairy dust color, and this one's a really pretty pale mint color. You can really see that glitter coating there. That's pretty. Oh, I love that. Oh my gosh, that pale pastel green is just dreamy. Oh, I love it. So yes, Diamond Art Club makes all their diamonds in-house, which is, you know, why they can mix up their own colors. What that also means is that they have, you know, decent quality, like good quality control over their diamonds. And so I found that their squares are generally really consistent in size and shape and are pretty good quality. And I do like their square diamonds. They're pretty good to work with. Here's our 6000 range color, which, like I said, is not a special drill, but is a color that just that Diamond Art Club created to fill a gap in the DMC. So apparently this color of the shade of pink doesn't exist in the DMC. We have 2 bags of 147. This is our next AB color, and it's a light purple color. I like the coating on that one. We have 3 of each, right? 3 ABs, 3 fairy dust. Yes, okay. Oh my gosh, all of these pretty pastels. Oh, here's our last fairy dust. Wait, hold on a second. Nope, that's a different shade of green. Okay, hold on, I'll explain. First, here is our 3rd and final AB color. 128 is a nice light pink AB. And then here's our last fairy dust color, Z772. Now I did a double take because I was like, that looks really similar to the fairy dust we just looked at. Yeah, those are really close. 772 has a little bit more of like a yellow, like just a slight yellow hue to it. And the Z369 has more of like just like a minty green. So I'm going to we'll try to really distinguish between those two when we're looking at the canvas. So I'll probably be like, this one is more of like a pale, like yellow green, and the other one is more of like a pale pastel. Yeah, okay. So this last strand, I think, won't have any special drills in it, but if you were curious, by the way, Diamond Art Club puts their drills in order of, roughly in order of weight. So, you know, the drills that have the most down to the drills that have the least. Oh, just one tiny bag of 310 in this one. I bet that's in her eyelashes. I think that's probably the only place that we have 310 in this kit. Otherwise, it's just a pastel dreamscape. Oh, gosh. All right, there's the end, you guys. So we're going to start down here at the bottom of the canvas and see if we can find some of those special drills. Now, it always takes me a bit of work on the Margaret Morales canvases because there are a lot of color changes and a lot of shading that is going on. So let's see, right off the bat, there's quite a bit of white in her dress, like the brightest white that you're seeing in camera, like in the folds of her dress here. There's a bit of it over here as well as over here. And then these sparkles that are kind of sprinkled throughout. You see like the individual dots here and there. All of that white that I just mentioned is going to be our white fairy dust color. And then, do we have either of those greenish fairy dust colors down here, or are those going to be up in her wings, I wonder? Let me see. I do see our purple AB. Is this her hair? I think this is still her hair that's coming down here. There's some purple ABs in her hair right here. And over here in her hair as well. Yeah, that's going to have a really pretty like kind of highlighting effect in her hair. And there's some in her hair over here too. And then I did find, okay, let me clarify for myself. Okay, so 369, that's the more pastel green, and this one's more the yellow green. Okay, so over here, there's a light green over here that's kind of going to be the pale yellow green fairy dust color. And then that is going to be the ivory AB. There's a chunk of it right here. There's some of the ivory AB over here as well. There's a lot of like symmetry going on. That makes it a little easier for me to try to find these special drills for you at least. Then there's some purple AB continuing in her hair as we're moving up. If you're curious to see exactly where it is, you're looking for the number 3 in her hair. That number 3 is our purple AB color. And then in her wings, since I have you up close, I'll go ahead and show you. This is kind of like the ivory. It's ivory. It's kind of a pale yellow, like a pale yellow ivory. The number 1 is that AB. Then this arrow sign is the pale pastel green fairy dust color. So her wings, like the lines in her wings are going to be that fairy dust. And then kind of the ends of her wings have that ivory or pale yellow AB color. So that's what you're looking at. Is I'm going to, set it back down so you can see from further back how that effect is going to be like of those fairy dust and the ABs. I actually really love the effect of fairy dust next to ABs. I think it's a really, really pretty look. Then we go back to the veins, and these wings are actually the pale yellow-green fairy dust color against that kind of ivory or pale yellow AB. You're going to see the same thing over here in these wings. We have that AB, and then we have some of the pastel green fairy dust here, as well as over here at towards the ends of these wings. And then also in her wings, we do have some purple ABs actually kind of doing some of the outlining here as well as over here. The background, yes, this whole white background. So starting, in the backgrounds over here, under her wings, and then as we go like above her head and kind of off to the corners, all of that white, that's just going to be color blocked white fairy dust. It's going to be really, really pretty. And just because fairy dust is a more subtle effect, I don't think that's going to be too much in my opinion. I think it's just going to make it look like it has an overall shimmery effect without being too overpowering. Now, we hadn't yet seen any of our pink ABs. And that light pink AB, I'm just checking to make sure I didn't miss any down lower on the canvas. But no, it looks like the pink ABs, that pale pink AB, are exclusively going to be in like the flower crown on her head. It's kind of the lightest pink that you'll be seeing in the camera here. That lightest pink is going to be the light pink AB color. I love that. In her crown itself, the lightest color you see, I know we got a little bit of glare, but in the crown, the lightest color you see here, that's going to be that pale ivory or pale yellow AB color. There's a little bit over here too. And then we just check to make sure I'm not missing anything. And then we continue to have purple ABs in her hair. So giving just a little extra shimmer and highlight to her hair for sure. And purple ABs over here in her wings, which I had already mentioned. Okay, I love it. I love it. I fully expect when I see a kit that has a fairy in it that the wings are going to have some special drills in them, and this did not disappoint in my opinion. And I feel like the overall vibe of this artwork, which by the way, here's another look at the original artwork if you kind of want to compare the original artwork then to the canvas. You can see, I don't know, the artwork, you see like the sparkles in her dress. You kind of see the gentle sort of overall shimmer there is to it. So I love that we have the special drills charted throughout this canvas. And by the way, if you did not know, Diamond Art Club does hand chart all of their canvases, all of their kits. They have a team that does it, and they're known for having this really, really crisp and clean rendering, but also soft where it's appropriate. Really, like with Margaret Morales artwork that can have more watercolor vibes. They've done a really nice job with that. But it just is really evident to me, especially when I've worked on these pieces, which I've also worked on from different companies that, you know, are no longer around. The difference between the two is very evident to me. And I feel like the process that Diamond Art Club goes through of hand charting these pieces, where there are people that are going through and basically pixel by pixel choosing the colors that will translate this as closely as possible from the original artwork into diamond painting form. I feel like that just, it works so beautifully well for these Margaret Morales kits. So I really like what I'm seeing, and I have completed one Margaret Morales kit from Diamond Art Club so far, and you'll see the post review for that kit linked below if you want to see an example of how this artwork is looking with Diamond Art Club's overall rendering style. Hopefully that'll, you know, give you a sense for what to expect. But my first impressions of this kit, seeing it, is that I think this is going to be just as beautiful as the others that Diamond Art Club has released so far. I'm a huge fan of the color palette in this one, and it really is probably one of my favorites that have been released recently by this artist. And I'm really just, I love it. I think it looks so pretty. The only thing that caught my eye as a potential cause for concern was, again, the initial printing on the canvas makes this look really dark, but I really think that that's just going to be, that's the symbol. It's not going to be the actual drill color that's going to be down because it's a black symbol printed on that kind of light ivory background. So no, I'm not actually worried. It just, yeah. Anyway, let me give you a really quick recap. So the name of this kit was Ainefel. It's by Margaret Morales. The size is 55.8 by 70.7 centimeters. That's a really nice size point. It's not too big, but it is big enough that you're going to get a nice level of detail, especially in kind of a portrait style piece like this one. It has a total of 57 colors, including 3 AB colors and 3 fairy dust colors, square drills, and I love it. I love it. I think it looks so pretty. And this kit, along with the other new releases, are coming out tomorrow, which is Saturday, May 11th, 9:30 a.m. Pacific, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And the early access window for Diamond and Ruby Tier Awards members begins half an hour before the general release time. So Diamond Art Club does hold back stock for the general release. So if you try for this kit during the early release and it sells out, don't fear. There will be more that will be restocked during the general release, so you can try again. All right, you guys, now it's time for you to let me know in the comments, please. what do you think? What are your first impressions? How are you liking all these Margaret Morales kits that are coming out lately? Have you been picking up a lot of these? Is this going to be added to your collection as well? What are your first impressions? What do you think of the special drill charting and the overall look of this one? I always look forward to hearing what your thoughts are, and let me know if you're going to be adding this one to your shopping list for this weekend, or maybe your wish list for the future. You guys, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoy this video and would like to see more diamond painting videos from me, I would love to have you here. So please hit that subscribe button and the bell to be notified when I share more videos. And I look forward to reading your thoughts below. Like I said, I hope you have a fantastic weekend, my friends, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye.